It's always great to see our friend Burke Watts with Helitech because, Burke, every time you're here, I learn something new.
Good.
I love my home, and I love protecting my home, and you're the expert because, you know, things can creep up on you.
Sure.
And in the summertime, especially here in the Ozarks, things can happen. Rain, no rain. I want to know, is there a summertime checklist that I should be going through at my house to maybe head off some things that could happen?
That's an excellent question. One of the things we like to say, you know, at Helitech is life happens in your home, right? So you can't control everything, but let's control what we can, right? And a lot of that's just visual inspection. And so the Helitech summertime checklist is kind of a punch list where we'll come out and walk around your home, do a full evaluation to say, here you go, here's this, here's that. We check gutter downspouts. We check your sump pump if you have one. We make sure the discharge line's hooked up correctly. We also take a look at things like your concrete. Has it sunk or settled anywhere? Is that going to create a trip point? You don't want to be having these holiday and fun weekends and have people over and somebody take a trip on you. And so all these little things kind of add up. And so we're happy to do that, or you can go to our website and actually see the checklist there and do it yourself. But the main thing is just be in touch with your home. Know what's going on, what's new, what's old, what's happening, those kind of things.
Well, you could check it yourself, but some of the things you were just mentioning, I was like, I don't even know where to check for that, though. I think you need the experts to come out and to let you know, because there could be some things that I'm missing and I'm not checking.
And there's always the dreaded crawl space, right? Nobody wants to get in the crawl space. And that's another part of what we're happy to get in and look and see, because we'll test it for humidity. One thing people don't think about right now is how much humidity is in that crawl space. So as that humidity rises in your crawl space, that's moisture coming up into your home. That can lead to things like mold, mildew, wood rot, things like that. And so it's the little things that we as normal homeowners don't think about, right? When I get home, I don't necessarily want to think about those things either. And so it's no different than you have your yearly service for your heating and air and your termites and pest control, things like that. Just think of the foundation as the same thing, but it's even more important than those things.
So speaking of crawl space, too, is that a time where you could analyze if you need those vents in the crawl space? Because I know we've talked about that before, but if that could help with maybe the humidity and the moisture and the mold. Yeah,
so you know, we'll give you options. If you want to leave vents in, okay, what do we need to do to make sure that you're getting good airflow? If you want to encapsulate the crawl space and get rid of the vents, then we can do a hydro-breeze and get rid of that bad air underneath there altogether. So lots of options. And again, we just want to be a trusted partner with you, point you in the right direction. If you need some service for us, love to do it. That's why we've been servicing the Ozarks for as long as we have.
And speaking of, too, like when you're checking your house, you need to check the whole perimeter, because I've even noticed on my house, one side could look totally fine, and the other side, I'm like, how in one house it could look so different on either side?
100%. The majority of the work that we do, especially when it comes to foundation repair, is isolated areas on a home. It's very rarely that it's a full foundation. It's generally one little portion, and it leads back to didn't check a downspout, a gutter was overflowing, water running against the house. All those things that, had we got out there sooner, maybe we could have helped you with.
And speaking of, if you want that checklist done by the pros, what's the best way to get in touch with you to have you guys come out and look at it?
HelitechOnline.com. The QR code will pop up here on the screen. You can scan that. You can set up a free consultation with one of our home care specialists. Those guys will come out, they'll do a thorough evaluation, won't cost you a thing.
Guys, that sounds amazing. Helitech, they're the pros. Get that summer checklist started right now so you're not worrying about it next summer.
You got it.
Burke, always great to see you.
Good to see you, buddy.
Give Helitech a call today.